and welcome to Prdx Kids Live. I'm your Family Ministries Director, Heather Thompson. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the Prdx Church on YouTube, and we'll keep you up to date on all of the kids' content that we're putting out for you while you stay at home with your kids. Up next, we've got Jacob and Leah Tucker, our Kid City teachers, with today's lesson.
Hey guys, welcome back to Prdx Kids Live. I'm Leah, and this is Jacob. Jacob, what are you doing? We're supposed to be teaching the lesson.
Well, Leah, I had a pencil with me, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. I need this pencil to do the lesson, Leah.
Okay, kids, I think y'all can probably help Jacob find his pencil. Do you think you could shout out if you see it behind him?
Wait, yes, please, shout it out. Come on. Where is it? Whoa. Wait, guys. There are no deer here. It's not behind a deer. We're not in the forest.
Jacob, I don't think that's what they said. Okay, kids, maybe try one more time, but shout it even louder to make sure Jacob hears you.
Okay. Oh, it's behind my ear. Wow, thank you guys so much.
Great job, you guys. Thanks for helping Jacob again. But all the searching reminds me of our lesson for today, and we're going to talk about the Israelites again as they're wandering through the desert, and they're going to go search out the promised land.
Yeah, and there's a new big picture question. The question is, what does it mean to sin? To sin is to go against God and his commands. Let's do that one more time. What does it mean to sin? To sin is to go against God and his commands. Let's dig into the motions there, guys. So the first motion was this. This represents going against God. It represents sin. The next one is this. This represents God is the Most High. And the last one, guys, is this. This represents opening the Bible. That's where God's commands are.
That's a great question. And so now we're going to have more time to practice that question. But first, let's do one of our favorite things, the freeze dance. I'm pretty sure y'all know what it is, but just in case, I need all of y'all to stand up. And when you hear the music, I need you to show us your best dance moves. And then when the music stops, you stop. Are you ready? Wow, great job dancing, you guys. That was so much fun. So now stay standing. Now we're going to worship the Lord and sing the doxology together.
Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Praise Him above you in the host. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Great job worshiping today, guys. So everybody find a comfy seat and let's sit down because now we're going to start the lesson. The first thing we're going to do is read the key verse together. So everybody find their Bible and open up to Proverbs 3:5. While everybody's doing that, we're going to practice the question again. What does it mean to sin? To sin is to turn away from God and his commands. Awesome job, guys. So now we're gonna read the key verse together. Proverbs 3:5. This is what it says. Let's read it together. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding.
That is a great verse, and it ties in really well to our story. So let's dive in. God's people were almost to the promised land, and God told Moses, "Send men to go look at the land I'm giving my people." Moses sent out one leader from each family tribe, and two of the men who went were named Joshua and Caleb. And Moses had a lot of questions about the land, so he wanted to know, is it good land? Can we farm there? Are there trees? What are the cities like? He had so many questions, and so he sent these men to find things out for him. The men went and looked at the land. And when they came back, they brought different kinds of fruit to Moses, Aaron, and the Israelite people. I love fruit. On the count of 3, how about y'all shout out to me your favorite fruit, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Pineapple!
Those are all great fruits. Yeah, Jacob and I eat a lot of pineapple at our house. He loves it. So, after bringing all that fruit back, they got to tell Moses that the land is very nice. But the people living in the land are big and strong, and their cities are huge and protected. And so Caleb said, "We must go up and make the land ours. We can do it with God's help." But other men said, "We cannot go up against these people. We looked like grasshoppers compared to them." Do y'all know what a grasshopper is? You know, they're just those teeny little green things that jump around in the grass. So they seemed really weak compared to the guys that were out there. And so then all of the Israelites started to cry, and they all said, "Let's pick a new leader and go back to Egypt and back to slavery." And so Joshua and Caleb said to the Israelites, "If the Lord is pleased with us, he will give it to us. Do not be afraid of the people living in the land, for God is with us." And God spoke to Moses, "How long will these people dislike me? How long will they not trust me?" But Moses said, "Please forgive their sin. I know you are patient, loving, and forgiving." And God said, "Since you have asked, I will forgive them. But no one who complained against me will get to see the promised land. Only Joshua, Caleb, and the children of Israel would one day enter the land." Guys, so in that story, we got to hear about how the Israelites sinned and turned away from God, and they did not trust him. But when Jesus came to earth, he always trusted God, and he always obeyed God. And when Jesus died on the cross, he took the punishment for our turning away. And so now, when we trust in Jesus, God forgives our sin and gives us eternal life.
Yeah, that's so true, Leah. So to wrap up, guys, today we talked about sin. And we talked about how God's people did not trust him. Sometimes we have a hard time trusting him. But guess what, guys? God is forgiving, and he keeps his promises. Big City Kids, I've got a question for you before we leave. When do you have a hard time trusting God? Think about that question, and then go talk to your parents about it. And then together, pray that God would give you the ability to trust him more.
That's a really great question, and it reminds me of our big picture question. So let's go through it one more time together, okay? What does it mean to sin? To sin is to go against God and his commands. Great job, you guys. It was so much fun meeting with you guys this week. See you next time.
See ya.